And Joe knew that, and he knew that Hunter had at least a substance abuse problem. That was evident. I mean, he was arrested at 18 for cocaine, right, and let off. So he had this problem. Joe knew about it, and yet Joe allowed him to take, millions of dollars in unaccountable cash, which was to a drug addict just an impossible temptation.
Joe does love his son, but in a kind of
narcissistic.
Yes, infantile way, exactly. Narcissistic way, where it's all about the reflected glory of his son, but not really about the son.
Yeah. And that's hard if you're a sensitive person.
Well, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And Hunter was a legit drug addict.
Yeah.
Tormented by the desire to be high all the time.
Yeah.
And so what role does Dr. Jill play in all this?
Well, she seemed, actually in one way I thought she was a bad wife, like unlike Nancy Reagan, who was always at her husband's side to make sure that he didn't get humiliated. I couldn't understand why Jill Biden wasn't there with Joe when he was getting lost on stage and just looking like a fool on camera. She should have been more present, but she wasn't in a lot of ways because she was out on the campaign trail herself. She was taking Air Force One to Paris and, just doing her own campaigning, supposedly campaigning, but she loved it.
Your wife takes off for Paris and Air Force One with some gay dude while you're stumbling around lost on stage?
Well, at least she's not having an affair with him.
No, of course.